Hi there. I just made a really good video and I didn't press record. So anyway, here I am, round two. Holy fuck. Okay, so this is interesting because I feel like my life is being used as this tool to really show people how it works to move from the struggle to our dreams. I've been in the struggle for many, many years. I've written 12 books now about what I've gone through, like multiple cancers, my mom dying, divorce, so many versions of fuckery. And I keep getting to the other side, and then another struggle will show up, and I get to the other side of that. And when I mean the other side, what I mean is I get through it. I don't get over it. I move through it. I'm always questioning, like I'm always facing it. Not right away. Sometimes I run, sometimes I scream, sometimes I resist. But there's always been a point, no matter what I was challenged with in life, where I decide to face it. And I feel it, and I get angry about it, and I get sad about it. And then I see the beauty in it at some point. There's always been a point where I see the beauty in everything that's going on in my life, including the death of my mom. And when I see the beauty of it, then I get to surrender to the universe, knowing that no matter what happens, I'm okay. Because it's always been divine timing. It's always been for a divine purpose. And so what I feel happens is we get to this point where we've gone through the struggles that we need to go through in order to become the people to be used for our divine purpose. And everybody has a different divine purpose. Some people's divine purpose is to be the best mom that they can be. Some people's divine purpose is to have the greatest love in their lives, or the greatest loving partnership that they could have. Some people's divine purpose is to make fucking incredible cookies. Some people's divine purpose is to be on stages and influence people and motivate people and inspire people. Everyone has a different divine purpose. And I always say create what you wish existed, but I say I'm starting to really step more into this create what they wish existed, and they meaning the Divine Mother and the Divine Father. And when we step into this place of surrender where we're ready to create what they wish existed, we're then creating something that the world actually needs. And sometimes it is really good fucking cookies, and sometimes it is really great moms and really great partnerships, and everything has a purpose. But if we're creating what the divine is asking us to create, whatever that is going to change the world in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's going to be through 16 people or one child that you are bringing up to be the best version of themselves, or millions of people that follow your work and love your work. I used to always think that it had to be big. I used to always think that it had to make millions of dollars. I used to always think that that was the dream. But what I'm actually recognizing now is that's been my divine purpose. I've seen since I was a little girl that I would be on stages. I've always seen myself being on stages, being very, very influential. I've always known that I was going to create something that was going to be big, impactful. It was going to change the world. It was going to be a legacy. I've always known that. And then when I started working with the energy system that I was in, the founder of that system was a very intuitive, very powerful healer. And he told me that I was going to create my own healing system. And he continued to work with me through the years, encouraging me to just never give up, just keep working, just keep moving, just keep doing. And I keep hanging on to the dream, but then I lose the dream because I'm in a place now that I actually don't want the fame. I don't want the fortune. I don't want the influence. I actually really want I just want a simple, small life is what I actually want now. Which means that it's actually going to happen. I know that I'm going to have whatever it is. Something's going to hit in my life. Something's going to be big in my life. Something's going to make me famous in my life because I actually don't need it. I don't even want it. But the reason it has to happen for me is because the work that I've been doing for 19 years um, is very powerful and very beautiful and very magical. And it's brought me to this place where I'm ready to step into my divine gifts. And my gifts are the gifts of intuition. And I'm a very intuitive person and I'm a very powerful healer. But I keep hiding those gifts. I keep hiding those gifts for many reasons. And what I'm ready to do now is step the fuck into it. Step back into my power. I used to feel like I was in this powerful place, but I was always doing other people's work. You know, whether it was the energy system that I was in that I thought was the way, or going to church and thinking Jesus was the way, or finding a meditation coach and thinking his way was the way. But what I realize now is that everything that I've done is actually a piece of this system that I am here to create. And the system that I'm here to create is very, very, it's very powerful and very exciting. But what I really love about it is what I'm here to do is create something that's very simple, that anybody could take a 2-day workshop and turn around and be doing some very, very deep healing work. And the reason I'm so drawn to that is because when I was working in this healing system, I was an instructor and I taught people remote viewing and remote healing. And what I found is everybody has intuition. Everybody has the gift of intuition, but people don't believe in themselves. And so they mind fuck themselves out of the answers that they're receiving from their intuition. And that's preventing them from doing the beautiful things that they're here to do. And I know this because I've been doing it for years also in different ways. But people don't believe that they have the connection and the communication to the divine. So they shut their intuition down. And the system that I'm creating is actually going to be obviously based on your intuition, but the system itself is going to be created, or I'm creating it in such a way that it's going to develop your intuition. So it's going to be a matter of you pulling cards from different decks to know how to work with a client and what to work on with the client, where it's stored in their body, what technique to use to release it, you know, what pattern that they're stuck in that's preventing them from living a full and abundant life. It's going to be cards that we're going to pull, but the beauty of this is as you're pulling the cards when you're working with yourself or clients, you're going to start to realize that, holy shit, I already knew that I was being led to the chakras. I already knew that I was being led to the cells. I already knew that the anger was stored in their hip. And when you know it before you pick the card, you're going to start to trust your intuition. And then there's going to be a point where you don't use the cards anymore. So the system itself is actually being created to build your intuition. And this is fucking amazing. I'm really excited about it. So I'm going to talk about it every day because I feel like I am at the place where all of the pieces have finally put themselves together. I see the big picture. I've been working on pieces of this for 19 years, and it's finally downloaded, and it's showing itself to me, and I see what it is. It's a system of healing, and it's a very easy, simple, yet super fucking powerful way to heal yourself and others, and I can't wait until it's time to launch this. But in the meantime, I'm going to be talking about it. I'm going to be working with it. I'm going to be showing it and doing it.